Why did you decide to go to court on this? Why did you want to take your wife's name? Why was it so important?
Bantu besifazane siyacela musani ukusidayisela izwe. Uhulumeni njobe eshaya umthetho uzama ukujabulisa nina.
Ubani ozolobola ivila lendoda? Ubani ozokhipha inkomo zakhe alobole ivila lendoda?
Hello and welcome to the channel. South Africa is a movie, and the latest news is the fact that women can now give their surnames to men. Now, this is not officially as in tomorrow. It still has to go back to Parliament. We're going to take a look at this because one of the things that came out is the real issue is definitely the alarms that are going off that no. Definitely it will be exploited by foreign nationals who are already marrying some people for money, and they will then now take the surname to moonlight as South Africans. We'll take a look at all of these sentiments. Please give this video a thumbs up as we do that. Take a look.
Do you know that the Somalians are becoming the fast growing non-South African tribe? Every Sunday 200 of them are getting married to South Africans in Pretoria.
What?
There is a guest house there in Pretoria where the Somalians every Sunday they are getting married to South African women.
You have to acknowledge that South African women are part of the problem in that example.
Now, even in war, when there is a war, the other country targets the women of that other country. They rape and change. They kill the men, take the women and change the nationality of that country. Women have always been used as a weapon. That's how you dilute. If you want to kill the petty people, take their women. And the children start speaking Swati. You have killed Pedi. That's why in the Jewish culture, the women are the most valuable people. They are the most protected people because the Jewish nationality is not transferred through the father. It is transferred through the mother. For you to be a Jew, your mother must be a Jew, not your father.
Wow. So the opposite for us.
Yes. That is why it is very difficult for you to date a Jewish woman. Ayi.
Bafowethu nakho ngizwa kuthiwa namhlanje kuphasa umthetho ukuthi ungasithatha isibongo sika mama manje mangabe ushada naye. And I'm sure lo nto leyo ungayibuka ungayinaki wena uyitshela ukuthi hayi uba ungathatha isibongo somuntu wesifazane, but mina ngokuyipopola kwami lento lena ayenziwe la ngayini benefits abantu abathile abafuna ukubaba la eSouth Africa ngokwezibongo. Because if uzonothisa kahle vele amantombazana le South Africa iwona athandana nosibari bethu bangaphandle, yabo. Of which kulula ukuthi osibari bethu bangaphandle bathathe izibongo ke manje zodadewethu abo wakanzama nje umuntu wakwenye indawo abo wakamkhize wakahlatshwayo hayibo abo wakangcobo afethu ngeke ningicorrected bangabe ngirong nganoma ngiyibuka ngesinxeleni lento le ayenziwelanga lokho lento le ngoba because phela bethi yangilahla mina noma mhlawumbe ngine condition ethile yokuthi lo mthetho usebenza kubantu base South Africa kuphela angazi understand ngiyalahleka abafethu.
Bantu besifazane siyacela musani ukusidayisela izwe. Uhulumeni njobe eshaya umthetho uzama ukujabulisa nina ngoba uyazi ukuthi nina nizolanda amadoda ngezibumbu le ko Nigeria niwalethe la eSouth Africa. Siyanicela bantu besifazane, siyanicela ingane zakithi. Siyanicela. Yekela ukuvilapha. Hamba uyodayisa umbila njengamanye amantombazane edolobheni. Thwala indishe ekhanda udayisa umbila edolobheni. Thwala ama fruits uhambe uwadayisa edolobheni. Bhaka amakhekhe uhambe uwadayisa edolobheni. Musu ukudayisa izwe. Uzofa ubole ngisho kwazona izibunu lezi okuyizona olanda ngasizinja uyilethe la kubese ubole wena lisalizwe linenkinga ngenxa yakho. musana ukuvuma uhulumeni asebenzise nina ukulanda abantu bangaphandle ngenkani. Why lo mthetho ushawa manje ngoba nakho thina sesisukumile sathi thina abantu abangaphandle abaphume.
A bunch of niggas that are already carrying their mother's surname are crying that other people can take their wife's surnames. Interesting. Already carrying their mother's surnames. None of their dads out there. They're carrying a mom's surname most. You already have a woman's surname.
Inye vo into attractor ama foreigner le South Africa. Inye vo into edonsa abantu bokufika ama foreigner la South Africa. Ngibala ama foreigner ase Africa, ngibala ama foreigner out of Africa. Yinye kuphela into ebaletha la South Africa i-corruption. Ugovernment wethu ubolile uyanuka phuhlu. Bayazi labantu bokufika lapha emazweni abe Africa ukuthi angeke bayenze yonke le corruption enziwa le South Africa. That is why bencama ukushiya amazwe abo. That is why bencame ukufela la eSouth Africa ngoba bayazi ukuthi la it's a banana republic. ISouth Africa iyanuka. Uyabona mekukhona inyama ebolile, impukane zithi pu zogcwala kuyona. The very same thing yenzayo labantu basuka lapha eAfrica, ama foreigners egcwele na come out of Africa, ubone segcwele azwa lephunga le corruption egcwele le South Africa. Lelizwe kumele silishintshe isystem yakhona, idemocracy yakhona le ifike nobugebengu ibolile phuhlo.
Why did you decide to go to court on this? Why did you want to take your wife's name? Why was it so important?
It's now 3 years and 6 months about after me and my wife got married, and a couple of months before we got married, we made the pledge to each other to say and to agree on the fact that we will be joining our surnames, so that it's not just me as a husband and her as a wife getting married, but it's also two families that's getting married. And then I remembered when I studied LLB at the University of Free State, that I also made a pledge there, and I still have that certificate. And in that pledge, it also states that I pledge to keep the law alive in South Africa, being a legal practitioner. And that was just so beautiful, all of those things coming together. And it was a difficult road, especially pertaining to all the cultural different expectations.
Well, there you have it. People are not impressed by this ruling. Some are a bit, lenient, and of course, in true South African style, people take the opportunity to make jokes and start wearing clothes as though they are getting lobola yonke leonto that is happening. But at the end of all the jokes, let's take a look at what has been shared in the videos on social media and in the news. So for now, we are safe. And as you have heard, most of the people in the videos are begging the ladies in South Africa, because most of the time it is the ladies that marry foreign nationals, not just African foreign nationals, Pakistanis, the people from England, the Russians. My girls are like South Africa, they don't mind. But asikho lapho sila ekuthenini, how does then South Africa protect its integrity, its culture, and for those that are really rooted in their traditional ways, how would this then be interpreted by the ancestors? Right now, of course, you do get those that are saying it's optional. Is it something that we can consider Africans? I don't know, maybe because I come from a family that has girls. So I'm already seeing the advantage here that, oh my goodness, my surname doesn't have to die now. But of course, it has to be done right. And this is a discussion that is still going to take place in our parliament, and it's still going to take place, obviously, in the homesteads, in the different traditional councils that exist in South Africa. There we go, guys. But the biggest alarm of all of it is the fact that there is an element of abuse that is going to come from foreign nationals. This is where we're going to need the law to assist us once again. That what does taking the surname mean? Does it automatically mean citizenship? That needs to be clear and declared that it does not mean citizenship. And then another thing that they should make clear is on inheritance. So if the husband takes on the surname of the lady, he's not a direct beneficiary of the father of the lady, right? So, but what does this new law mean? They need to then clarify that it's just the name only, but he has no rights further than inheriting the name. So if the father wants to give anything to this new son-in-law, he would have to declare it in a will. Another thing that they would need to clear is definitely make sure that this is for civil unions only, meaning that it would not apply to customary marriages. As you would know that in customary marriages, that's where people are allowed to take more than one wife, 2, 3, 4, abomselegu, abogumbi, and so forth. Even amasolumani, they are allowed to take more than one wife. So in that instance, this thing of taking a wife's surname would then not apply. Otherwise, it would introduce rather further complexities. And how can we protect the country? Otherwise, oh guys, yeah, this government is making us sweat. Out of all the things that are happening in South Africa, how can this happen to us in Mzansi? Please let me know down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and let's meet on the next video. Bye.